I have a little personal note I want to share. Something I've noticed about progressives and liberals is how careless they are in throwing false claims around.
Yes, boys and girls, that's David Barton, the biggest liar on the planet, saying that liberals, progressives, make false claims. The irony is thick enough to cut with a knife.
For example, I was recently on a national television network.
A national television network, would that be NBC, CBS, MSNBC? Oh wait, it was the Glenn Beck show on the internet, an internet TV show. Well, welcome to the International TV Network. Ain't Quite Right show on YouTube.
For example, I was recently on a national television network where I was introduced as having a doctorate, and Progressive instantly ran stories claiming that I don't have a doctorate. That false claim is amusing on so many levels. First, things like health information and tax information and college educational information are fully protected by privacy laws.
Well, David, if you have a Ph.D., why don't you tell us where it's from, show it to us, because we don't believe a word you say, and you could prove us to be wrong. That would be terribly embarrassing for your critics.
So they don't know whether I have a doctorate or not, and I've always chosen not to talk about it.
Actually, you and your supporters have talked about it quite a bit over the past year. For example.
David, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Bless you guys.
Bless you too. David Barton, president of Wall Builders, and we should call him Dr. Barton. He has his Ph.D., I think, in history and education, and too many people just dismiss him as just some guy who just thinks he knows history. No. He has his doctorate in education, and he's a brilliant man.
So how do academics respond to you when you come back with this stuff?
Usually they'd say, oh, you haven't been trained in history. You don't have a Ph.D. Well, that's true. All I've got is the original documents. I'm sorry, I don't have the Ph.D. Actually, I do have the Ph.D., but I've got the original documents as well. I just don't consider myself an academic. I consider myself a lover of truth.
Okay, quit laughing, everybody. Regain your composure. Yes, David Barton, the lover of truth. Well, maybe he's talking about that Christian band truth, not actually the truth.
By the way, you have your doctorate, don't you? You have your doctorate?
That's what they claim, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You
have your doctorate in
papers
education. Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so he's a doctor of education. So he's not just some cowboy riding in. So David has an actual doctorate.
They do it. I'm at the point where I've got a Ph.D., but I often ask now, how many Ph.D.s does it take to make you stupid? Because we're at the point where we've lost common sense. Second, just for the record, I do have an earned doctorate. There it is.
David, we can't actually see what that says. The people at Right Wing Watch say that is the one from Pensacola Christian College, and it is an honorary degree that you have previously referred to. By definition, an earned degree is not the honorary degree. A doctorate of letters that you mention is by definition an honorary degree. It's not a Ph.D., it's not an education degree, it's not a history degree. It's an honorary degree given by a small Christian college in Pensacola, Florida, that went from 1974 to 2013 without accreditation.
And third, not only do I have an earned doctorate, I also have 2 honorary doctors of letters from other colleges. And according to West Virginia University, the Doctor of Letters degree is reserved only for individuals who have the highest level of knowledge in their chosen subject matter. So for all of you critics, sorry to pop your balloon, but I do have an earned doctorate.
Barton here is doing what he did for about 10 years when he waved this sheet of paper in front of people where they couldn't actually see it, and said that it proved that Thomas Jefferson, while president, signed his documents with the date in the year of our Lord Christ. And it was debunked that is, upon closer review, when people finally were allowed to see what he was showing, it shows that is printed on the document. Barton went on to say, well, yes, but Jefferson had it printed on the document. He didn't write it in himself, as he had claimed for 10 years. And it turns out that it's not a U.S. government document. It is a Dutch government document. There's an excellent article in Patheos. I'll leave the link below. But he's doing again what he did there previously, pointing to something, telling us what it is, not letting us see it up close, and his incredibly gullible followers believe what he's saying without evidence because they have faith, because that's what religion is all about.
Let me give an example. I was recently involved in writing a book about America's founding, and it dealt somewhat with Thomas Jefferson. There were 4 of us in that book. It was a book for academics. It was done for colleges and universities. 3 of them had PhDs. I didn't.
Yeah, you have your doctorate in education. Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so he's a doctor of education. So he's not just some cowboy riding in.
3 of them had PhDs. I didn't.
Second, just for the record, I do have an earned doctorate. There it is.
3 of them had PhDs. I didn't. 3 of them had PhDs. I didn't.
Well, I went to post this video, and when I was going to get the link to show Barton's original video, he seems to have taken it down. So here's a little screenshot showing where the original video was, and if you put the title in, The Friendly Atheist has a copy, as does Right Wing Watch. Note in his text he says it's a Ph.D.